Today we're going to be watching some more videos it was mentioned in, and we have a new format for the video today. We have two cameras. I was recently informed by the letter H that iMovies is capable of editing a dual camera video, and this is really a game changer because previously I didn't know that, and so I would take the videos and import them into a different computer using one program. I would then have to convert the videos to a different format and then use a different program to do the editing. And that editor is not as easy to use as iMovies to me anyways. And so it was a really time-consuming and clunky process that I did not enjoy. And so as much as I like doing dual camera videos, I did it kind of sparingly because it involved, sometimes it'd be hours of editing. So now that I know I can do it in iMovies and it's a fluid process, I'm going to be doing it a lot more. I've been asked in the past why I don't show my reaction to these videos in the videos, and it's because the editing took too long. But now it's easy, it's not a frustrating process, so I can do it now. I have some stuff I got out of the garden that I'm going to be eating. We got some cucumbers, some tomatoes, and some beans, all free from the garden. Okay, so I'm really behind on this. I've got a lot of videos built up here. I'm going to start towards the top, and then I'm going to work my way. I was doing it the other way before, but I'm going to do it this way now. We're going to start with this one. This is a channel that is fairly new. I've seen this channel come up in the comments box a handful of times. So let's take a look at what we got here. The channel is called FanKid2989, and the title of the video is 5000 BTU AC unit, and the description says, "GE 5000 BTU AC unit, my grandpa got this for me." Alright, let's take a look. Pardon me as I struggle to use the computer. This is not set up properly. It should be like this. Okay, now this is more intuitive. Yes, we are watching it on Windows 7. No, it's not going to get hacked. No, it's not going to get a virus. No, it's not just going to magically implode and stop working because it's so-called out of support.
Hello viewers, today we're going to be doing a AC unit review. I just had this running and then I came up with the idea of doing a review on this. I put this on the, just saying, because if y'all were curious, I put this on here so that way not as much sun will get in here, because it gets hot in there fast. So we'll start up, and I'm going to start with the informations. So give me a second so I can get the box that came in. Because it fell earlier. Let's see here. Box for a little bit. So on the box, let's set it up for you guys. On the box, which I've now folded up, we could have it fold up.
You gotta say box.
It is 5000 BTU. Clearly small room up to 150 square feet. GE appliances. Some
You know, those ratings, those size ratings, are such bogus because it varies depending on so many different factors. If you have a room with low heat gain, a 5,000 BTU can take care of a 600 square foot area with no problem. Whereas if you have high heat gain, it can't even cool 100 square feet. So it's just false advertising. It's not helpful. That has nothing to do with the producer. That's just a comment about GE's false advertising.
GE appliances. Some rules. This AC, this AC, I'll tell you the price in a minute. I gotta flip over the box. I'm just gonna show you this side of the box first. Window AC brand in the US.
Oh, the #1 brand. That's false advertising too. That's just something that these companies put on there just for the sake of it. You go to the store, and all these different products, #1 brand for this, #1, it's all bogus.
Right.
Play.
It's from China. Window AC brand in the US. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's from China.
And there's an asterisk. There's an asterisk below it. And whenever there's an asterisk, that means it's a lie.
Easy to install with included window kit. Easy to operate controls with adjustable thermostat. Maximum cool, two-way air direction, 2 cooling modes, and 2 fan speeds. How quiet is the air conditioner? Apparently it's between the light traffic and electric toothbrush. Same thing in front, on this side. Sorry for the shaky camera. Usually I would put you up on my big tripod, but I want to go to no thing around, so I have to carry a big tripod. Please ignore my sister in the background. No! Look, this is the camera, dude. Now I just start all over. Just put your random stuff. You can pause the video if you want to look at the stuff that's.
It says it right on the box. Risk of fire due to flammable refrigerant used. Then why do we use that refrigerant? It even says forbidden transport by air, so you can't even bring this on. It's got to be, like shipped through a truck or by boat. You can't even bring it to airplane because they're a flammable refrigerant. That's so dumb. You shouldn't be using that trash.
And yes, I'm recording on a phone because that's the only thing I can afford. Well, I don't really pay for it. Measure your room. That's just different instructions. I'm not doing that. It was $174 at Lowe's. So now we're going to.
I haven't looked at the prices from this year, but I remember last year they were like 150. And at the end of the year, I saw them as low as $79, so that's kind of a rip-off.
Do a startup. Okay, so we'll do a startup in here. We're not going to do a startup outside because then if I turn it off, I have to wait 3 minutes, which I think is stupid. Usually, I just turn it all the way up. And if it's really hot in the thing, I just turn it on to, well, first we'll do, low speed, low fan. And then we'll do high speed. since unfortunately I have LED lights, it's gonna make it flash. So now that's low cool. And then we're gonna do high cool. No, it flashes when you put on the thing. Just turn on the big old thing outside. Outside, this is the bucket. So it doesn't go in the grass or whatever it's supposed to do, because apparently Jordan has a bunch of buckets he uses.
I use the buckets because if I don't have the buckets there, the ground gets wet and then the wall downstairs gets wet.
It looks off balance on camera. I bet the clock looks messed up on camera for some reason, but that don't matter. Fortunately, some of the fins are fins, or whatever these things are called. Here's the compressor, or whatever it's called. What's on my shirt, Kenzie? Anyway, I know this isn't really part of the AC video, but I'm just gonna say the reason why I have LED lights is because I don't want to for it to get too hot, because the bulb I actually have for it that I was gonna use gets too hot, made by the GE. I wonder if this AC is made in the China. Oh, not. Oh, country origin. The China. Ooh. I did that wrong. Dang it. Oh, doesn't matter. Oh, wait, this video is going to Jordan, so yeah, it does need it. Okay. Oh well. Sucks. Everyone starts somewhere. I'm just working on it. So, I guess we'll do a power off of the AC unit. You can't see on camera, but that has a nice cool air. Although it doesn't cool down the shed because it isn't insulated at all. So I'm sitting here in front of the AC when it's hot out. So let's go ahead and do a power off. Charlotte Kenzie's in the way. She's trying to give me a bread roll. Yeah, and thanks to you now, no one got to see the blade outside because there's two blades for some reason. To the focus. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. You can like and subscribe if you want to, but only if you like the video. Bye.
That's good. That's the only reason to like and subscribe. I'll push like. That was a good video. See what else he has. These are not purpless cucumbers. It seems like a decent channel. I haven't seen too many of these videos yet. Oh boy, what is this?
Okay, hopefully I can make a video correctly this time. So, okay. Hello viewers, welcome to what might be my last YouTube video. Now, this is not clickbait. Because, hear me out, I don't know if I can make YouTube videos after August 13th or not. So, as you guys know, August 13th, there's going to be some type of, like, update on YouTube that is supposed to keep kids safe. And with that update, for some reason, I think that I'm not going to be able to make YouTube videos on YouTube anymore because of, well, they're trying to keep kids safe. But, anyway, so yeah, this might be my last YouTube video. I enjoy making videos with you guys, but this may be my last YouTube video. Because after August 13th, there'll be an update on YouTube, and I don't know if I'm ever going to make a YouTube video again. Because of that, see, I can't word things correctly. Come on. So what I'm trying to say is, after that update, there is a 50% chance that I'm not going to be making any more YouTube videos.
Says who?
Because there's a chance I can make a YouTube video, and there's a chance I can't. So, this is going to be a goodbye video. And since I have no idea if I can make YouTube videos after August 13th, I'm just going to title it Goodbye for Now. Because I don't know if I will be able to make YouTube videos. And the reason why I'm making this video before August 13th is because I need to be able to post it so that way people will be able to see it so I can actually post the video, because if I can't post a video on August 13th, then I'm never going to be able to say goodbye. So, what I'm trying to say is goodbye. For now. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to stop making YouTube videos, because if I can't make YouTube videos until I get my license or whatever, which I don't have a license yet, I probably won't be able to make YouTube videos for a little while, because I'm not 16. Might be younger than that. So, just know, if I don't make any more videos after this video, just know it's because of that update. So, bye, viewers.
Okay, this is out of control. I've seen a bunch of commentary like this over the last couple of weeks, and y'all need to just tone it down. First off, I've looked into this a fair bit because I've been hearing the commentary and seeing stuff about it. Nowhere that I have found does this say anything about canceling out channels, canceling ability to upload. It's not supposed to be, from what I can tell, a mass implosion of channels and everything just gets canceled out and blocked. And nowhere does it propose that. It talks about viewer restrictions for the content that you can watch. That's what it talks about. I don't expect anybody's channel to get closed out of this. Now, I could be mistaken, but from what I've read, that's what it sounds like. If you don't lie about your age, you got nothing to worry about. If it gets messed up, there's a verification process. In this particular scenario, if you got to wait a couple months or years or whatever it is, then that's what you're stuck with. But even then, I still don't think that if it flags you as younger than you claim you are, I don't believe that that's just going to obliterate your channel. I don't think that's what's going to happen. You shouldn't be lying about your age. You shouldn't lie about anything because it's dishonest, and dishonesty is wrong. So I guess in that case, you kind of get what you had coming. But I really don't foresee this deleting channels. You know, YouTube has. I've been on here for over 10 years, and I've seen a lot of changes on this site. They implement different things, change things, whatever, and they always apply a date to it, and everybody gets all hysterical and aroused, and it's usually for nothing. I remember back in, this was probably late 2010s era, something transpired with, it was a copyright, something or other. And the way the copyrights were identified or whatever, something changed. And of course there was a big scary date applied that said, oh, on this date we're going to change this and that. And people were all up in arms about, oh, the copyright's not going to work, there's going to be all these problems, whatever. And nothing substantial happened. I had some issues with it. What would happen was, I think it was that checking process that we see now when we upload. I think that's what was implemented. And when it first happened, I recall I would get occasional issues with some telephone videos because for whatever reason the stupid AI or whatever the heck dumb buzzword was used at the time, I don't think it was AI yet, this apparatus would identify the telephone ringtones, and not even musical ringtones, just regular telephone ringers. It would identify the ringers as music, pieces of music. And if you went through and you watched the clip that it brought up and then the clip that it compared it to, which was allegedly your copyright infringement that you caused, you could hear it. You could hear there was a similarity between this particular portion of this song and the sound of the telephone ringer. But if the video was watched by actual intelligence, a person, it was obvious it wasn't the same video. And so that happened a number of times. I would say it happened at least 5 times over the course of a few months. And I would have to do a manual review request. And every single time I put in a manual review, it would get reviewed by a person and it would get approved. And even though there was these hiccups for a couple months, every single time I got cleared of it and nothing ever became of it. Didn't get a copyright strike, didn't even get a copyright claim, nothing happened to the channel, nothing happened to the videos, nothing got taken down, nothing happened. It was a big bunch of nonsense for no reason. And this is probably going to be the same way. More recently we had the whole ads debacle. I forget what the date was, I think it was sometime in the spring or May. YouTube comes out and says, oh, we're going to change the way that we display ad breaks. And I actually got a little bit, admittedly, I got a little worked up over this because for whatever reason, and I don't understand this, it's a dissenting opinion and I leave it at that. There's a large group of people that think the amount of advertising on YouTube is just off the rails, refuse to watch a single ad, want the whole thing for free, put on ad blocks, this, that, and the other. I don't understand that. You're entitled to your opinion, and we disagree, and that's it. Some of these people I have a lot of respect for too. It's bizarre. It's bizarre to me. But YouTube said we're gonna automatically add ad breaks, and then the ones that you add in, we're gonna review and decide if it's, I think it's interruptive or something, whatever. And I used to put an ad break every 8 minutes. I felt like that was a reasonable amount of advertising. Did that for years. People complained for years. It worked fine for years. Everything was copacetic. Then this automatic thing comes out, and I put up a couple videos using the automatic process just to see how it worked. And it added so many ads. We would go from the, if you had 8-minute breaks in a half an hour, you get 2 or 3 ad breaks. It was adding like 50 to 75 ad breaks per half an hour segment. I said, oh no, this is gonna, I mean, it wouldn't be unwatchable at that point. I said, this is gonna cause complete total outrage here. Come to find out, I don't think anything changed, because it turns out, and a quick plug to the letter H for doing some of this testing, it turns out that the ad breaks seem to be only mere suggestions. And we go back and play the videos where I put the 8-minute section, it's not sections, ad breaks in. It was a hit or miss if an ad would actually show up at that time. Ads showed up at different times I didn't put a break in. Sometimes ads didn't show up where I put the break in. It just kind of did its own thing. And with this new process where it's adding 75 ad blocks per minute, or per hour or whatever, it's the same thing. It's about the same amount of ads as there were before. It seems to show ads when it feels like it, doesn't when it doesn't, and that's it. Nothing happened. There's the videos at that time started going from having ad break every 8 minutes to 50 ad breaks a half an hour, and I noticed no difference, and I don't think anybody else did because there was not a significant uproar, and there totally would have been if that many ads were being shown. So again, YouTube makes a big announcement, everybody gets stirred up because there's a scary date applied, and it gets all crazy and worked up, and then nothing happens. And this is probably going to be the same ordeal. Most likely, nothing's going to happen. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you'll be fine. In the case of this channel, my advice would be to actually delete this video, because it's not clear exactly how this stupid AI thing works. I think it looks more for the things that you search for and the things that you watch. But if it does happen to analyze the content that you posted, this type of video would raise a flag. And you don't want to do that. You just want to leave things alone. What I would do is delete this because it creates an unnecessary flag, and keep recording, upload as you normally would, and most likely nothing will happen. If something happens, you can probably still post, is my guess. And if you still can't post, well, we'll see you back here when you can identify yourself, with the correct age verification. It's just a temporary problem that you have to deal with. It's unfortunate, but I think that's the absolute worst case scenario. So don't give up on it. Keep going. Take this video down. It's not going to offer you any benefit. If you disappear, you know what happened. But I don't think you're going anywhere. I really don't. Okay, that's that. Next one. This is a post, and this is like some kind of drama thing, which I don't normally entertain, but I just want to rid myself of this because I have nothing to do with it. This says, it's from, I gotta open it on this computer too so I can actually see what it says. This post is from Designs 10 Official, and it says, "Bro, what happened to @Landline Telephone Society? Discord server disappeared, website's down, anything owned by its except on YouTube is down." And then this is tagging more people. I have no idea. I don't know anything about this. I actually don't even really know what this is. From what I understand, it's some kind of like a telephone system that operates over the internet. I don't know. I never joined it because so I don't know exactly what it was firsthand, but every time I heard about it, it always was in some kind of negative context, usually about some kind of drama or immaturity. And so for that reason, I stayed away from it. Nothing against any particular people, the founder, etc. I just don't like that kind of stuff. So I never got involved in it. If it got canceled out, I have no idea why. I have no information on this, and I have nothing to do with it. I've seen a bunch of comments here and there about it. That's why I wanted to mention it. But I don't know. No idea. Okay, this next one is from another channel that I don't recognize, so we'll bring this one up because it looks like it's a newer channel.
Hey guys, and today I'm going to show you a 25...
It's about Christmas lights, which Christmas is right around the corner. This channel is called Cassidy's Christmas Lights. And the description says, I have a massive live tree with many of these exact sets. That is accurate, I do. Let's take a look at this video.
Hey guys, and today I'm going to show you a 25 count multicolored C9 incandescent set from Homax's Holiday, which I believe is sold at Home Depot. And this was a returned light set. So this was a returned light set, so there was something wrong with it, but I managed to fix it, so I'm gonna make a video about it. I really like this package with all the like lights and stuff. Around it is 24 feet lighted length. You can connect up to 2 sets, which is not much at all. I think
you can actually connect 3 by amperage. I connected 3 with no problem. The 2 is a highly conservative measurement.
it's technically fine to connect up to 3 sets, but these Christmas light companies, like I believe they limit around 60% of light before the fuses blow. So for example, on a 100 count set, you can connect up to 5 sets. You can actually connect up to 8 sets safely, maybe even 9, and you won't blow a fuse.
That's correct.
And nothing will. I don't recommend it, but nothing below 8 sets is dangerous.
What you can do is you have to know the amperage of the fuse, and then you divide the amperage of the fuse by the amperage of each individual set. And the highest full number that doesn't exceed the amperage of the fuse is technically what you can get away with. It's usually a lot more than the box claims.
Because all that can happen is blow the fuse, and the fuse went there. And if you do more current, then you'd have problems. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Here's the back. It's kind of a dirty package. One thing I don't like about these C9s is how much power they take, and if you drop them, they have a higher chance of like shattering. I don't hate C9s. They're not like part of my childhood or anything, unlike the mini lights. And I just see them as huge power suckers, but I don't hate them. I still think they're pretty cool. I just like the mini lights a lot better. Yes. And they take a huge amount of power. And they heat up a lot. So yeah. And there's the back. And there's nothing on the bottom. So let's go to the lights. These were originally sold at Home Depot. This set was made in 2023. I don't know why, but every single Home Depot light set has these yellow tags. Anyways, let's plug them in. Now there was something wrong with this light set when I got it. One of the green light bulbs, the filament broke, and it shorted out, and it caused the fuse to blow. So thankfully I fixed it. So there is a missing socket, and only 4 green bulbs instead of 5. But anyways, other than that, the set works completely fine, and I love the coloring on it. It's a lot like the Walmart incandescent mini lights. I suppose they can go together. Like I said, these use a ton of power, 175 watts. So, yeah. I do have a lot of C7 lights as well. I only have 2 sets of C9 lights. The other one I don't have enough like stuff with it. I don't have the box anymore, but it was a C9 set from
It's a box!
Kroger Holiday Home, and the coloring on it is just terrible. I did not like. That was my first ever C9 light set I ever bought, and that was like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe even more, or around that. And I didn't like the coloring on it. And I was like, throw off so much heat and so much power. Wasn't a really good impression for my first set of C9s, but I know someone that has a massive tree of these and these exact same ones. And since this decided to try it out, it's pretty good. Like I said, use a lot of power. Yeah. Oh, don't tell me that green bulb is burning. I really hope it's just loose. The filament looks fine. Don't lose another green bulb. It was just loose. There isn't really much else to say about this set. Like I said, the other set, I don't like the coloring. They could get new bulbs for it. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really shop at Home Depot, but there are some cool lights there. Yes, that's pretty much it. Hope you enjoy. And these are hot. And unplugged.
Those are good lights. I bought those in, actually, I bought the first set of those back in 2018, I believe. And I took them to work, and I used them at work for a couple Christmases. And then when I moved here, I bought a whole bunch of them for the tree. My only complaint with those lights is that the colors seem to fade after the bulbs get very high hours, which is not something I ever recall being an issue with other C9s I've used in the past. So they're obviously very cheap, but the price is decent. It's okay, and they work fine. I've never had an issue with any sets blowing out entirely or anything like that. They're definitely better quality than the ones that Lowe's sells, but of course the ones from Lowe's, you can get those for a couple dollars at the end of the year. The Home Depot does not discount them that steep. So yeah, they're good. They're good lights. You know, for a traditional product that's still available today, you can't be too picky because there's not much left of anything. Let's grab another video from this channel. I've never watched it before, but it seems like a good channel. This one is entitled Channel Update, and it says, I did throw in some clips of the display that I never showed you. Might as well. Let's take a look.
Guys, and today I'm just going to give a little update of my channel and how I'm doing the Christmas lights and stuff this year. So if you're familiar enough with my channel, the last several years I've done this massive outdoor Christmas display, and it kept getting bigger the past few years, and so this year I am focusing more on inside this year. There will still be a display outside, but it won't be as big and it won't be synced to music, but I do have a pretty cool plan that I will show you later for the lights outside. But like I said, I'm focusing mostly on the lights inside this year because I only ever had at most a couple trees, and there was the entire downstairs I never showed you because I keep forgetting. But with the lights outside, it has to be on a lot more often for everybody to see, and it's also animals can chew wires. That actually happened with some of my stake lights. And I can't really use many incandescent lights outside because they discolor and they use a ton of energy. So I've actually found it better to have a bigger display inside and a smaller display outside. There is a chance there will still be more lights outside than inside because I've always been good at putting lights outside but not really inside. But I'm definitely going to try to fix that this year. I still haven't really planned what lights I'm going to put inside or how I'm going to do it. I do have a lot of Christmas lights to choose from, so I will probably come up with a solution. And I will be putting the flock tree downstairs this year, and I'm having a different tree upstairs. And it's going to have very similar multicolored lights, maybe with a few extra lights in there. And downstairs, like I said, I'll have the flock tree, and I'll have some white lights on that. Although I don't hate LED lights, I don't like how well they look compared to the incandescent lights. The incandescent lights have a warmer glow, and they look more like Christmas to me, so I like them better. So I'm gonna use pretty much only incandescent lights inside, and like I said, I've always pretty much been using only LEDs outside, but I do use a couple clear incandescents outside because I don't like how LED white lights look outside. So I have been recording a lot more Christmas light videos recently. I already started posting a couple of them as I'm saying this. But I'm not really only interested in Christmas lights. I'm also interested in light bulbs and street lighting. I know this channel is pretty much only Christmas lights, but I'd like to upload a couple regular light bulb videos as well. Maybe some of you will enjoy that. I've also been wondering if I should post Christmas light videos all year, like maybe around once a month. But I'm scared if I do that, I'll eventually run out of Christmas lights to make videos of, because I mainly only get Christmas lights during Christmas. And if I keep that schedule going, then I feel like there'd be a moment where I'd run out of Christmas light videos to film. And one thing to clarify about my channel, I don't get paid or anything to review Christmas lights. I buy all my Christmas lights with my own money. I don't buy them just to show them up on YouTube. I buy them to enjoy them in real life and just want to show other people my hobbies and obsessions of Christmas lights and other stuff. So that's really all I have to say right now. There's going to be a video upload every Thursday, probably until Christmas. Maybe even after, so thank you for watching this update video, and goodbye.
It's good. There should never be fake paid advertisements on the videos. Because they're advertisements, they're not reviews. Any review where somebody sends you something for free, that's an advertisement. That's bogus nonsense. Well, that's good. This seems like a good channel. I'll subscribe to this channel. I post Christmas light videos all year round as I find stuff, because most of the Christmas stuff I find does not come at Christmas time. It comes throughout the year. Alright, let's see what we have next here. Okay, this one is from Lamont, and I saw this and I've been meaning to watch it, but I figured I'd wait because it's we'll watch it here on camera. This, I guess, is this computer is slower than sticky molasses. It's the description says, I'll read it here so you can see it better. It says 18-inch Pro Source, not Pro Force, Pro Source industrial high velocity fan, a rebranded TPI fan. I'm not sure if it's actually rebranded or it just looks similar. We'll find out in a minute. And it says, the description says, this one have a dual ball bearing McMillan seal ball bearing motor and a super long spin down time. So let's see what we got here.
Here is a 18-inch rebranded TPI fan, pretty much like the 18-inch version of the TPI, but it has a sealed dual ball bearing McMillan motor that sits flushed inside, kind of like the older patties do. And we're gonna open it up and see what we're doing with. Also, they have a 12-inch version of this, very similar to the 12-inch version of the TPI. The blade design is really odd, and you'll see that next month when I get it in, but not until then. That's what I have to do. So we're happy. It's a fan video. Now let's open this thing up and see what we're doing with it. It's also UL listed. Enjoy the video. the 18-inch TPI. That's because that's their version of the TPI. And also when I get the 12-inch model, it looks very similar to that of the 12-inch TPI, but the blades are way more weird. You'll see that next month. That's what I have to do for now. So what I want to do eventually is get the TPI out and do a comparison between this one and the TPI to see which one's more powerful. And whenever I get time this week or possibly next week or whatever, we'll try to get the studio table set for that, see what we can do. But right now, let's see what we're doing with this one. Again, they seem to be giving us that. One is the Phillips, the other end is a Allen screw. So it's good to have another one like that again. Phillips and Allen screw. It's kind of an odd tool, but there it is. And here is your manual. That's what that looks like right there. The blades don't look nothing like that. That's a bit of a discrepancy. And deception. Because we know what the blades look like. They look like that. Alright, I think this is, we should be able to test it on the bed, so we'll see if we can do that. So let's go ahead and get ready to do that. Sits completely inside, just like the old patents. It's totally flush. TPI never did that, so that's something different. Silly fuse in here, so that's a good motor. The blade don't have, I do apologize if my back was in the fan, I can't help that. I'm in a tight space right now. But it looks like the blade don't have that much pitch because it has to be like that in order for that motor to sit flushly inside. Amount of CFMs that this thing pushed out is 5,000, I believe it's 5,700 and something. Is what it pushes out, 5,000, basically 5,000 cubic feet per minute. But that iLiving one I got, the iLiving one, the 20-inch one, claims that it pushes out 7,500 cubic feet per minute. Now I don't know if that's accurate or not. I'm not testing the wind and all that. But let's go ahead and get to the good stuff, the moment y'all been waiting for.
I think those CFM ratings are so highly inaccurate. There's a significant variance from manufacturer to manufacturer, and there's also a significant variance over time from decade to decade. I think they're bogus. I think they're largely bogus.
Let's get this thing going. That's surprising. And it does have somewhat of a startup sound. Wow. It sounds just like a regular basic high velocity fan. It don't even sound like an industrial fan. Even though it looks industrial. That's interesting. I was expecting it to sound real loud like the TPI ones. I'm guessing the TPI ones sound louder because it has 2.2 amps. This one probably has less amps. So it sounds like a basic high velocity fan, just so people can be able to talk over it. Wow, that's pretty cool. I'm definitely going to use this all the time. I can't wait till I get the trumpet one next month. Yeah, I'll get that next month right around the corner. That one's going to be used by the computer. Alright, let's go to the other speeds. There is resonation. You can feel it vibrating through the stand. You can feel it vibrating on the bed. But it's just like typical vibration. It's nothing too crazy. No fans these days are ever 100% well balanced. Take it up to full power, high speed. There it is at full power. And I'm still talking normal. I'm not trying to scream or blast. I talk a little bit louder, but it's not like overkill. But it's nothing like the TPI. The TPI is really loud. In terms of volume, like sound volume. Yeah, I like the way this thing sounds. I'm probably just leave this thing on high speed every night. Yeah. Alright, I like it. Downtime. Keep in mind this is a ball bearing fan, dual ball bearing. If the blades are heavy enough, it'll spin longer. Awesome fan, very similar to the TPI 18-inch. I can't wait to test this up against the, to put this up against the 18-inch version of the TPI. Hey Jordan, you might want to consider one of these, bro. This fan is so cool. It is a Pro Source, and I got the 12-inch version coming. This is like their version of the TPI. The 12-inch version will be coming next month, and you'll see that one also. Yeah, this fan is super cool. Glad to have it. There it is. I'm going to put it on the table and get ready to use it. Probably run it on lowest. More reasonable. But yeah, I like all the speeds. Glad I got it. There it is. It only cost me $160 and some cents. About $160 in total. So yeah, it's pretty expensive, but it's worth it. It's a good fan. Glad I got it. Well, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. More videos will come soon. Lamont and out.
That does seem pretty decent. I know that I've talked to a handful of people about the TPI 18, and the biggest complaint is it's not ball bearing, whereas the Air Queen stuff is ball bearing. Of course, the Air Queen stuff is totally out of balance. I'd rather have sleeve bearings with good balance. Yeah, so this, according to the ProSource website, is $194. Just curious what the specs of the TPI claim to be. Let's see if we can get the spec sheet on it. This website's terrible. The TPI website doesn't put the specs clearly. According to this website, what is this called? Industrial Fans Direct. This claims the CFM to be at 4600, whereas this ProSource one claims to be 5700. I don't buy it. Again, these ratings I think are extremely inaccurate, and there's a serious discrepancy with CFM ratings on all sorts of fans and ceiling fans. These air conditioners, all of them, they're all screwed up. Yeah, it looks like it offers some serious promise. I'm very curious to see a side-by-side comparison with this one to the TPI 18. Alright, what's, how long have we been doing this here? Almost an hour. Let's pick one more. I hate shorts, but we'll look at one short and we'll look at one post. So here's the stupid Verticam short. Look how small it is. You can barely see anything in it. I don't understand why people don't record horizontally. And the description just got lost because this interface is terrible. The second you scroll up or down, the whole thing just disappears and you're left with a blank, stinking browser page. Now you just gotta start over again. Stupid, dumb interface for this stupid, dumb shorts is stinking garbage. And of course the description is like a mystery as to where the heck the description actually is. Here it is. The description says, "Isn't this a beautiful fixture?" I can hardly see. Even if we make it full screen, it's still tiny. Is there sound? The sound defaults to off. How stupid is that? This is the dumbest, stupid, trash, garbage interface I've ever seen. How do you push it back? This is ludicrous.
Oh, well, you can buy those when you
Look at here, Ron.
Edison bulbs.
And what do we give it? We say, we got the 3, 3, 2, and 2. 100, how much? 100. 100 and a half. 150. 150, and I'm to give it 125. 125. Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, that is a nice light. I haven't seen very many that have four bulbs in there like that. How do I shut this now? Wait, this video wasn't even posted by... It was posted by somebody else? I hate shorts so much. The interface is just complete and total garbage. Horrible interface. Whoever designed it should be smacked. Alright, here's the post from Walter Knox. It says, picked up this old Fetters last night. No idea how old it is. My guess is late 70s. I was fully expecting a Rotorex, but was surprised with it having a Tecumseh AE. While I have no issue with Rotorex and don't really understand why they are so hated, the AE is an awesome upgrade. This thing is mint, like maybe used for a season or two, with no rust in the pan, and even the paint is still in good shape inside the pan. And he flagged me in a van. Ah, that does look nice. Yeah, that could be, that's probably sometime in the 70s. It's hard to say because these units really, the styling, I mean, the front covers changed, but the basic form factor was around for a long time. The appearance of the data tag can give us a better clue. If it's newer than the 70s, Kevin has the means of decoding it to the day of manufacture based off serial number. The algorithm he has does not work for the older serial number schema, but then we know it's at least 70s or older probably. Yeah, that's a nice machine. That's a really nice machine. Alright, that's it for today. I have plenty more. We'll do this again. And then we also now have this thing called viewer posts, which I've never seen before. This just popped in here a couple weeks ago. So I guess we'll go through and look at all these posts on video as well.